We are taking you to an escape room experience in Moscow. I have a buddy named Alexei. He wants to take us everywhere. I'm talking the best clubs, the best restaurants. This guy's so rich that everything he does is the best.
Hello.
Ronen, how's it going?
What's up, man?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good.
Where are you at?
I am in my office at home right now.
Okay. In LA?
Yes, in Los Angeles.
Very nice. How are you doing with that smoke out there? I mean, I just moved back home to Chicago like a month and a half ago, but looks rough out there.
It's crazy, man. We haven't left the house in like 4 days.
Really?
Yeah, it's just the air quality is so bad. They don't recommend to be outside for long at all.
Man, hopefully that lets up.
It's crazy. It's like one thing after another with this year, man.
Seriously. I mean, you can't get a break. It just, even the past year in LA with like earthquakes and everything, and the previous fires, it's just never letting up.
Yeah, we thought we'll see fires in, what was it, 2019? We're the worst of the worst, but now it has shattered every record. And it's not just Cali, it's Oregon and Seattle. So it's fucking
unbelievable. But I see an 8. Is that a tattoo of an 8?
Yes, it's for Kobe Bryant.
Kobe. I was wondering if it's like Kobe 8. Wow. Okay. Did you get it recently or?
I did. I got it a couple months ago. He was my biggest inspiration. He was my first literal idol that I've ever known since I was, I think, like 6 years old.
Wow.
So again, him passing in January was like, I thought it was the worst thing ever. And then that was just the beginning of everything. So, I wish I didn't have this tattoo, but I felt like I needed something.
It's cool. I like the spot of it too. I mean, are you a Laker fan too, by the way, or?
Die hard. And we are finally good, for the first time, since 2010. So I'm a happy boy. Yeah.
Well, you know what? The Clippers got to do their part, and we're going to see an all LA conference final. That would be something.
That's the best series I've seen in a very long time.
I can't wait.
That last game with Denver coming back was one of the greatest things I've seen.
They had them on the ropes 3-1, and now it's a series, So I'm curious who's going to come out, but Lakers Clippers, that'd be something.
That's what everyone's hoping for.
Yep. Man, I spoke to Holland earlier today about the film, and it's cool because I remember interviewing Will a couple years ago when he did Escape Room, his previous film, and the cool thing about this one, as I mentioned earlier, was that it's got so many genres. Like I think of Saw, I think of movies, you know what I mean? Like there's so many different things in this film that you can pluck out of different kind of horror franchises, and it just works in every way. Even the movie Escape Room, you see the correlations here too. Tell me, when you first saw the script and what'd you think of the movie in a sense, how it fits you? Because I feel like with the vlog and everything, it's kind of realistic. You can see this kind of happening in a way.
Yeah, I read the script and I was immediately hooked because the character was a Russian-speaking character, and I've only really gotten to speak Russian on screen once before, and it was just for like one episode in a TV show that I've done. So immediately I was intrigued, and then the script itself, I just remember it moving so fast, and I remember it being intense from pretty much the moment you open the page to the ending, especially the ending. So I was just intrigued throughout the entire process. And then obviously, when I found out that it would be Keegan and Holland, I was literally like, where do I sign up? And luckily, Will loved my audition, and I had a chemistry read with Keegan, and it was instant. It was instant chemistry. And everything happened very quick.
So tell me about the Russian part, because you were born in Israel, right? I mean, did you grow up there or just born, or how many years of your life did you spend there?
I lived in Israel for the first 5 years of my life. And
okay.
Then, and then Russian is my first language because my parents are from the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved to New York when I was 5. But I grew up my entire life speaking Russian. I still speak it fluently. And whenever I speak to my parents or family back home, it's like a back and forth of Russian and English.
Oh, I know. I'm Polish, and I grew up in Poland, so I know this completely the Eastern European kind of way. You're
Yeah,
eating the food still. You're celebrating the holidays. You know what I mean? You
exactly,
know how it goes.
exactly. Yeah.
What was your family's reaction? I mean, here's the cool thing that it's kind of like personal to you in a way. You know, you get to play a character that, and with a language that you're familiar with in so many ways. What was your family's reaction? You finally landed a role that's suiting to you.
I always say that I think my parents were the most excited about this. Anybody else, more than my team and myself probably. I think it was just it's definitely a bit of an I don't know. It's definitely a bit of an honor.
Hmm.
It's sort of a full circle for them to immigrate from the Soviet Union, thank God, and then try to find a better life in Israel, and then try to find again a better life in America, and film and television from where they come from is
You
fun.
don't, that's not a career choice. Yeah.
Nobody does it. It's it's pretty much impossible to them. So the fact that their son um, chose this way of life, and then full circle to playing a Russian character
Yep.
on screen, and now it's getting an incredible release, and it's been doing amazing all over the globe actually.
Hmm.
So it's just all extremely. It's just really special, and it's I sort of have to pinch myself of like this is happening, and whenever I talk to my parents about it, they have like tears in their eyes, and they just can't believe it. So it's really special, man.
That's cool that you're able to do that, especially still, early on in your career to be able to get these opportunities, and just build off on it. And I saw on IMDb, are you going to do another film with Will? Because there's something slated for it.
Ooh, you're the only person that's actually asked about it.
Yeah.
It's a film that we're developing that we hope to shoot, but with Lone Star about to start shooting season 2,
Hmm.
it's going to be tricky figuring out when I could do it, because I'd obviously want to be in it as well. So that's something that we have on the horizon that hopefully we could do at some point. But as soon as we get the opportunity, that's definitely something that's been on our minds for a while now.
That's cool that you're able to build that relationship. It's like this industry's so based on relationships and, when working with people you like and that you can trust. So I'm looking forward because I enjoy Will's Where I remember 2 years ago, obviously interviewing him for Escape Room, and I just saw the creativity in the guy from right away, with that film, and for him just to kind of bounce off with this film now and more,
Yeah,
I just think he's got a great style to him and just creativity to his work.
yeah, he's pretty brilliant. It's gonna be. I think he's gonna take the business by storm.
Hmm.
It's gonna be an incredible stepping stone for him. I've luckily become very very close with him, and I know all the ideas that are going through this man's head, and I know, I've read a lot of his scripts, and they are brilliant. So I just hope that this will give him the opportunity to make what he wants to make.
Lone Star second season for you coming up. How has that been an experience? You talk about pinch me moments. I mean, to work with Rob Lowe and just like the cast in general. You have Liv Tyler. What has that been like for you? Just like personally, even as an actor, person, kind of growth wise, to be part of a project that's not only, I mean, successful in a lot of ways, but I also enjoyed a story here. Like there's clearly a story about family and relationships in that way. And obviously we're looking at the world, we're talking about firefighters. Those are real heroes. When we're seeing what happens and the lives they put on the line, it doesn't make it even more special to be part of it.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things from the beginning. I mentioned before we had the Woolsey fires in the beginning of 2019, and I've never seen or heard anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And living in California and literally not being able to leave your house because the smoke is so bad.
Yeah.
It really does put their jobs into a completely new perspective of, we obviously know they're brave, extremely brave. But when you see them go headfirst into those fires, and they are literally our only line of defense,
Mhm.
it is insane. It's I always say they are our superheroes. They are the ones that are going out there and trying to help and try to save the day. And now that we're going through it again, and we're playing firefighters on television. I actually made a post about it last week because I've been feeling a lot of emotions about what's been going on this year, and to top everything off, now we have most of the West Coast on fire. And I sort of just want to take the moment to acknowledge them, because I don't know if they get enough credit. I don't know
Mhm.
if people truly realize what their jobs entail. I don't know if people realize how fortunate we are to have them. Because the thing that people forget about firefighters is that fires are the least common calls that they get sent out on. It's actually mainly medical.
Yep.
Um, so these men and women do everything, right? Like whenever you call 911 for an emergency, they're usually the first one on
Yep.
site. So I really just want to take the moment to, show them some sort of appreciation. Yeah, I wish I could literally go out into the fires with them. I can't, obviously, but it's unbelievable. And then to portray that and represent that on screen, it's definitely the most humbling, honorable thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, and you kind of mentioned that, my mom had to go to the hospital about a week ago, and the firefighters, I called 911, and they were right there, and they did such a great job just taking care of her immediately and getting her immediate treatment. I even personally thank them, like for what they've done. They do it all, they understand medical stuff, and it's just amazing to me. And I'm glad that at least, so unfortunately through like bad situations, we get to thank them and recognize them. But that's cool, and being part of a show that kind of recognizes them in a way, and what they do, it's awesome too. So that's a cool thing to have for you too, to be able to kind of give back in that way. And finally, wanted to ask you, what are some of your hobbies, some interests that you have, like outside of when you're not acting? What are some things you like to do in your free time to kind of get away from it all?
Well, I love being outside. I am like a full-on jungle boy.
There you go.
The past 4 days, we've been sort of trapped inside because the smoke is really bad. But my happy place is being outside. My happy place is being by the water. I've been doing ocean cleanup every Friday, and
Oh, that's cool.
that's sort of been my thing that's been keeping me going, and the thing that's been keeping me motivated to get through this epidemic and everything that's happening in the world. I sort of take that time to shut my brain off and to just sort of be literally in the moment. And also, I don't have any phone service down there, so it's really great. I get to sort of cut myself off from everything. And yeah, I've also been low key been making music during this epidemic.
Very
Uh,
cool.
so I hope to release that at some point. That's definitely been keeping my creative juices alive.
What kind of genre of music you like to do?
I can't, I can't say anything. I want it to be a complete surprise.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'll be looking out for that.
But for the people that know my taste in music, I think they could sort of put two and two together. Um, and then, yeah, man, it's just trying to get through each day with
Yep.
everything that's happening. It sort of sometimes feels like you can't really turn any direction without something awful happening. So just trying to stay focused and positive and hopeful. And that's really it.
That's all you can do, really, and listen, fantastic work. I've really enjoyed your work on
Thank you.
911, and just in this movie, I thought it was awesome to see you in it too, and just kind of you branching out and doing a lot of things, but also hearing your personal life, you giving back and doing things like the cleanup of the ocean. That's cool to hear, that you're using your life to make a change, even if it's small, and there's always something that you can help and do.
Exactly. There is always something. That's very
Absolutely.
true.
Well, listen, stay safe and healthy out there. I know it's been tough, like you said, everything, but we're going to get through it all. But definitely safety and health to you and your family. And hopefully we get to catch up next and talk about some more pleasant news in the world, and
Yes.
and just have some more, just regular fun, and hear about your music too, because I'm going to be looking forward to that.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you, Ronen. Thanks for taking the time.
What if this is still part of it? No, we lost. Look at the timer.
You have audience, I have audience.
Please let her go.
Mine is just a little more selective than yours.